Today is day 14 of designing a spooky island in 30 days using no Nintendo Online. We've actually been making progress. I want to keep that momentum, so I'm not going to waste any time. We're going into resident services. I'm going to get my bonus Nook miles for going to the Nook stop, and then we should be pretty close to getting the waterscaping permit. Okay, we are literally 110 away from the 6,000 that we need, so we should get there pretty quickly. They do have the bandages in Nook shopping today. I'm gonna go ahead and grab those. I've been looking for them. Y'all know I always wear the bandages. Oh, we got some Nook miles? We got Nook miles for shopping. Let's go. Okay, we can go right back in. We're gonna get waterscaping right now. Now I know it seems like I'm really excited about waterscaping, and I am. But at the same time, I'm also very nervous about it because I am not that great at waterscaping, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm not the worst, but I'm also just not the best, you know? Like, it's hard for me to work with rivers more so than it is for me to do the cliffs, but I'm gonna do my best. I have some ideas. I mean, nothing grand, but I know that I want to put a waterfall over here. There's another waterfall that I want to do over on the other side of the neighborhood. So we've got some things to work on today, which is good, because that means we're gonna make more progress, and we need to be making progress at this point. Like, we're almost halfway done with this challenge, and I literally don't have a finished entrance. I am once again begging y'all to trust me, or at least send me words of encouragement. I worked a little bit on the waterfall first, and now I'm thinking that I want to put a pond on the left side. I don't know if it's just going to be a pond or if I want water leading into this as well, but getting a pond to look natural is not easy to do. It takes a lot of back and forth. It's also hard to not make a pond look like other things. So I'm just going to do my best. I just want a small, natural, not suspicious looking pond. Okay, I think I did decent. It looks good enough. Obviously, as I'm doing all of this, I'm kind of running back and forth through this neighborhood entrance over and over and over. And I keep seeing certain things. I think I do want to extend these little garden sections. You can't even call them gardens. It's literally like 2 flowers. I think I'm going to put some more of them. I haven't quite determined how far out the fence is going to extend or where this path is gonna go, but I think adding a couple more will just make them seem more purposeful and just a little bit more structured at the same time. I'm really trying to give a balance between like the sense of structure that a neighborhood would have, but also natural at the same time. Like, I don't want it to feel over-structured or symmetrical. I've added the flowers. I don't have enough tulips to do tulips along the whole thing, but I'm just gonna put mums, and then I'll decide later if I wanna do different flowers or change them out for tulips or what I wanna do. I now have an idea of maybe doing a waterfall from this tiny cliff that I have that leads into like a stream that's broken up by the pathway. I'm gonna try it and see what it looks like. I don't typically do things like that because I don't know how realistic it's gonna look or if it even makes sense. Like, what, is the water going underneath the walkway? I don't know, but maybe it'll look good. I have no idea. I feel like I need just a more substantial waterfall leading into this pond, and I'm not going to be able to make it come from the water that's on the opposite side of the path. So because of that, now I'm building a cliff to the left-hand side of the pond. I'm gonna have a bigger waterfall leading down into it, but then also have the little stream that goes across the path at the same time. But because I'm building this cliff, now I'm having to get rid of a bunch of different stuff. Like, I'm having to dig up these trees, and then I've got just items placed out over here. I think today is the day that I'm gonna have to finally move the pumpkin patch as well. I'm just putting it off for as long as I possibly can, because digging up stuff like that is just annoying. You know what I mean? Like, if you have to move a substantial amount of items at one time, it takes so long to do it. It almost reminds me of I don't even know how to go into this tangent. You know how when you go to the grocery, like, grocery shopping is so annoying because you go and you have to touch the groceries so many times. Between the point of getting them from the store to your house, you are interacting with those groceries so many times. You're taking them off the shelf, you're putting them in your cart. You're taking them out of your cart to get them scanned. They put the bags into your cart, so you're kind of interacting with them again. Then you've got to take the bags out and you have to put them in your car. Then you drive home, you have to get the bags out and take them in your house. Then you have to take them out of the bags and put them away in your pantry or wherever they go. That's too many interactions. I didn't ask for that. So that's how I feel about this pumpkin patch. It's gonna be too many interactions. I'm trying to make this waterfall make sense. Like, it's going to be small, but I don't want it to just be the waterfall. Like, there needs to be a body of water up here. But I think if it's small, it's okay, because we're gonna have the other one, so it'll be fine. I also think I need to put some trees up here, but fitting trees on a small cliff when you also have water up there is not easy to do, because you can't put trees next to the side of the cliff, and you can't put trees next to water. I don't know if I have it in me to do a cliff tree today. All right, now is the time. I have to move the pumpkins. I'm digging them up, and then I'm gonna go put them somewhere else in the hopes that I don't have to dig them up again for a long, long time. I've expanded the cliff on the left pretty substantially. I'm also trying to plan out this path, although I still have pumpkins and a fossil or gyroid in the way, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, I just need to be able to see it a little bit. I was thinking about doing the beautiful island ordinance, but now I'm unsure because it says we'd ask folks to pitch in on weeding, and I use weeds to decorate with, so I don't really know what that means. Like, if I plant the weeds, does that count? Like, are they gonna get rid of those? Because I don't want that. But I do think it helps with getting more flowers and potentially hybrids, so it may be worth it. I found this random spot next to my flower patch that I'm gonna plant the pumpkins. It's kind of behind resident services, so I don't think I'll be decorating it for a while, but there's honestly no telling. I finally moved all the pumpkins and I was able to finish up this path right here. I'm really liking how this is looking. It actually feels really good to run through here, and I'm almost wondering if I need to just keep going with the path and just make something up. Like, how do I want it to be? I'm thinking about having it extend out on both sides of resident services, and then I think I'm just gonna keep this bridge right here. The less stuff that I have to redo, the better. Okay, so I kind of have the skeleton of the path here. It's not perfect, it doesn't line up perfectly, but who says islands have to be perfect? I've started working on the second tier of this cliff because I do want the waterfall to be substantial. I want it to start on the second tier and then flow down, and we'll just kind of see how it looks. I also have plenty of room if I need to make the cliff even bigger, but I'm hoping that I've already made it big enough. I actually already like the way that this waterfall looks right here, so I'm hoping that I can make it look good on the second tier too. I'm thinking, what if I make it just like one of those corner waterfall things, and then it leads down, and then I just curve the edges? Oh, I actually really like it. If I fix the cliff edges, I think this looks good. I don't know, does it look weird or does it look good? I can't get over how loud waterfalls are, by the way. I think I like it. Like, you're not gonna see too much of it as you run by, but I feel like you see enough. I'm going through and rounding all of the corners off of this because they look tragic right now. Like, it just looks really bad. Taking a look at the map, I mean, it's not cute, but it actually does look like I have a substantial town at the front. So I feel pretty good about that. The other thing I've been seeing as I'm running through here is Punchy's house. And you know, initially I kind of had a crisis about where I'd place this house because it is technically one square back compared to Hamlet's house, and I thought that I cared. But I actually think I kind of like it offset, especially if I can get the decorations right. I think it makes sense to have it a little bit further back. I'm adding in the natural cliff elements and all of the foliage everywhere, so I actually think it's fine. I don't think I'm gonna waste my time moving it and then moving it back, because what if I did that and then I hated it? I have been going through to add some more pumpkin stuff through here. I even stunted the tree. I did remember to do that. I don't know, y'all. It's coming along. I'm feeling more confident. Sable is finally giving me her patterns. I just wanted to do a little update on that because it took her forever, but we're there. We got so much waterscaping done today. There's definitely more that I have to do. I'm gonna try my best to keep this momentum going, and if you wanna see the next episode, when that video is ready, it'll be on the screen for you right now.